Hello, hello, all the King's men. Welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes. Let's get excited. Why? Because you made it across another week. Yes. I'm celebrating you and celebrating with you. Why? Because you mustered up the strength. You said that I am not going to let my destiny die today because my flesh don't feel good. You said I'm going to fight. Do you know? You might say, I don't like to fight. I don't want to fight. But do you realize you have to fight? Why? Because when you have set out the desire to do good, when you have set out that I am going to do the work that I was destined to do, that I was created by my God to do you know that there is an offense that's coming at you? There is an offense. So yes, you got to play defense. But when you fight back, you got to get on the offense. Why? Because you got to get ahead of the thing that's coming at you. You got to get ahead and start pressing into who God has designed and created you to be. All the King's men, welcome to this Friday assessment. This is so important. Why? The assessment is about looking on the inside. Who am I? Who was I created to be? What is my purpose on this earth? Look, I don't want you to focus so much on the purpose, but focus on the thing that actually is fulfilling. Purpose is important. Look. Reason why I say that, I'm not saying don't focus on purpose. Totally throw it out the window. Why? Because purpose have to be in the mind. You do things on purpose so that the purpose in your life is actually revealed. Because in the assessment, it finds the things that you connect with. It finds the things that you have a passion about. That's what I'm looking for. When you actually do the assessment and you wonder why do I respond to this situation this way? Why do I feel this way when I hear these things? It's because of purpose. Yes. That's what I mean. You got to start to connect those things and how they're actually intertwining. Look. Why is that so important that you listen and that you see? Look, you listen outside, you listening inside, and you watching for your responses. You listening for your responses. Yes. Don't let it be dictated, because look, what I found out is that there were things that bothered me. There were things that I felt I was naturally attracted to. And I'm like, why do I feel that way about this thing? Why do I feel like I have a response to this thing? Why? Because often it's because you have found yourself in that situation, or you found yourself having to offer something that was a solution to a situation. Do you realize that when you fulfill purpose, you are the answer to a problem? That's all you are. When you look at Joshua, when you look at Moses, Jesus was an answer to a problem, to the redemption. There was look, nobody could come. Sin. The only thing that forgave sin, blood had to be shed. So look, when they was shedding the blood of all those animals in the Old Testament, all it did was cover the sin. It took Jesus to come and redeem the people of God. So it took the unblemished blood of a lamb. Look, what am I getting at today? What am I talking about today? It's time to renew your mind. It's time to why? Because we've been trained in this world. You got to remember, according to the world, it said that we was born in sin, shaped in iniquity. That means that our mind, our thinking have been shaped according to the world's process. Let's renew our mind according to the word. The word says, what over there in Romans 12, don't be transformed by the way the word thing, but be ye, don't be conformed, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. What am I saying today? It's time to clear the clutter. It's time to clear the clutter. It's time to remove the noise, because often we can find ourselves caught up in the world. That's why when we're being shaped in this iniquity, we often want to align with what's going on in the world. No, let's align with what God says. Why is that so important? Why is that so important? Because God wants to deal with the inside, and the world deals with what's going on the outside, what pleases the flesh. But if you live from the inside out, you will find so much richness, so much fulfillment in this life, because you got so many people that are entering depressed stages, and they find themselves being oppressed because they don't know who they are. They haven't found out. They didn't spend that time, and they're still waiting on somebody to speak it in their ear when God has already dropped it on the inside of you. He's already put it on the inside of you. That's why greater is the one that's on the inside that's on the out. Nobody on the outside is greater. Their word is not greater than what you believe about yourself. Know that about yourself. You got to believe that. Why? Why do you have to believe it? Because before you can receive, you have to believe. So if somebody keep telling you that you are this, you are that, until you believe it, and belief comes from the inside, you will never receive it. You will never become that. Look, they may come back to you 10 years down the road and say, I told you that about you. You was going to be this or that. But it wasn't because of what they said. It was because of what you believed about yourself. So that's why it's so important to renew your mind. Renew your mind. Why do God want us to renew our mind? Because we've been shaped with all this clutter, with all this noise, with what everybody else said. That's why people get to points in their lives that they feel that, look, I've been living a lie. I refuse to live a lie. But what I do say that I am going to do, I'm going to be who God called me to be. I am going to be who God destined for me to be. I am going to live out purpose on purpose. So in renewing your mind, start living on purpose. Start doing things on purpose. If you got to take a step back for you to take that step forward. Because often that's what it takes, because you got to remove yourself. When I say take a step back, remove yourself. Why? Because you're going to often see the things that was right up under your nose. You know the saying I say, when you're looking for a mate, and it's often right up under your nose. It's up under your nose, but you can't see because you're listening to everything else. You are distracted. Remove the distractions. Why? Why remove the distractions? Because they are just that. They are to distract you from the real thing. They are to distract you from the core of a thing, and you cannot see. That's why our Jesus had to come back, so that we could see, so that we can have accesses. We can have accesses. Yes. Look, when you remove the clutter, you can hear. I promise you, I know without a shadow of a doubt, when I went on this personal development journey, there were things that was revealed about myself, things I was doing. I didn't even understand why. I was looking at, okay, this is who I am, but that's not who God says I am. We have to know what God, it's amazing. When I say renew your mind, why? Why is that so critical? Because once you start going, looking and reading through the Bible, it's amazing how God had to continue to remind us who we are. And then when you start looking at the epistles, you know, those letters to those churches, it's amazing that even Paul, what he was doing in those letters was telling the people who they were. He was telling them, this is your inheritance and this is how you ought to live. Live according to what God said. He wasn't telling them how he thought they should live, but according to what God said. He said, this is your inheritance. This is who you are. You believe this is who you are. All the king's men. That's why I want you to renew your mind, because you're not living according to who you are. You're living according to who somebody else said you are. So let's change. Change is so important. Change. There's nothing better than change. Nothing better than change but Jesus. Yes. All the king's men, thank you for joining in today. Remember, renew your mind. Renew your mind. It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing to renew your mind, and do it on purpose. Remove yourself and remove the noise, the clutter, and renew your mind. All the King's Men, I thank you for joining in once again on another Friday assessment. I ask you to like, share, comment. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know you even need me to pray for you. But all the King's Men, I thank you. I thank you once again. It's been such a blessing to come to you guys once again. So I pray you have a